Here we are given the annual income I with total sales S is represented by the function income I as a function of S, the number of sales. I of S is equal to 0.01 times S plus 20,000. This makes sense because salespeople often are paid by the amount that they sell, a percentage of the amount they sell plus a base salary. Find part A, the implied domain of this linear function. Part B, find and interpret the I of O, the income at 0 sales. Part C, income, find the income when the sales S is equal to $500,000 for the year. Part D, graph the linear function I. And part E, at what level of sales will the income be $45,000? Okay, let's do part A first, where we're going to find the implied domain. The domain is represented by S, not X, but S, and those are the amount of sales. So domain is equal to sales, and that can be as small as $0 up to infinity dollars. I mean, there's no limit on it. So that means that the implied domain is everything from 0 to infinity. And you'll notice I put a boxy bracket on 0 because it is possible that 0 is an actual value in the domain. He could have $0 worth of sales, or she. And infinity, because I can't put a top limit on it, has to have an open bracket since infinity is not even a real number. Moving on to part B, find and interpret I of 0. Well, it's easy to find I of 0. We just put parentheses in place of all the S's and replace them with 0. So we have 0.01 parenthesis times 0 plus 20,000, and that turns out to be just $20,000. Now the interpretation is, this is a base salary. This is a minimum this person can earn. This is if they make no sales whatsoever, they will make $20,000. They might not have a job next year because I'm sure they want them to make more sales, but the emphasis is that she can earn at the very least $20,000. Okay, part C. What is the income when the sales are equal to $500,000? When S is equal to 500,000, we want to find I. Okay, so in other words, we're looking for I of 500,000. I of 500,000 is equal to 0.01 parenthesis 500,000 plus 20,000. That's 5,000 plus 20,000. That's equal to $25,000. Part D, graph the linear function I. Okay, well, part A gave us I of 0. I of 0 equals 20,000. In other words, when the salesperson made 0 sales, they made 20,000. Well, that gives us an ordered pair, xy equals 0, 20,000. I'll call that x sub 1, y sub 1. And part C gave us I of 500,000 equals 25,000. So they gave us an ordered pair there. xy equals 500,000 for the x, 25,000 for the y. We'll call that ordered pair x sub 2, y sub 2. So that way we'll have two separate ordered pairs here. X sub 1, y sub 1 for the first ordered pair, x sub 2, y sub 2 for the second. Now let's draw the y-axis, it's the vertical axis, and the horizontal axis. Now the horizontal axis represents the amount of sales, S, and the vertical axis is the income at that sales level, I of S. And let's put some numbers that are important that relate to the information that we've found for the previous parts. We can start at, we can start at $10,000 here and 100,000, 200,000. This is for the amount of sales. 300,000, 400,000, 500,000. That's far enough because we have the 500,000 information. And then moving up on the y-axis, we'll start at 10,000 and go up to 20,000 and work our way up to 50,000. Since 50,000, well, it's a little bit more than we need, but it covers everything. Okay, so let's graph our two ordered pairs. X sub 1, y sub 1 is 0, 20,000. So 0 on the S-axis and 20,000 on the I of S axis. The next ordered pair is 500,000, comma 25,000, and that will be located 500,000 on the S-axis and 25,000 on the Y-axis, or the I of S axis. That's between 20 and 30,000. Now connect those 2 points together with a straight line, and there you have your graph. And at what level will the sales be $45,000? It looks like I actually neglected to figure that one out. So maybe we should do that together. Well, let's do it here. Solve $45,000 equals 0.01s plus 20,000. Move the 20,000 over by subtracting it from both sides, and that gives us 25,000 on the left side equals 0.01 times s. And then we divide both sides by 0.01, and that will give us 2,500,000 equals S. So the sales S is $2,500,000. That's the amount of sales that she'll have to make in order to earn for that year the $45,000.